There's always few movies that the United States people can point to and say that defines our society. And there's very few movies that are simple enough and catch the eye enough and overall do something different to really captivate an audience. And when this movie first came out, it was against all odds. I mean, when it first came out, it had a $300 million budget and only made back about $150 million. And if you know anything about budgets and you know anything about movies, you know you gotta make at least triple what you put into it to be making any kind of profit or even break even. So, the movie that I want to be talking about today that was really culturally significant and kind of huge in meme culture is the Bee Movie. You see, the Bee Movie is such a culturally significant movie in my personal belief, and really in the hearts of millions of people as well, that I want to explain the reasons why behind that in depth today, of why I believe it makes it so deeply rooted in American animated culture. And really, it's not even really a children's movie. I mean, I do believe it is aimed towards teenagers, but there's a lot of deep jokes here that only adults would get. And I'm going to put up some examples on screen.
Everything?
All set.
And I hope that really captivates and you can kind of see the a pre-adult, older teen, young adult type jokes that were sprinkled in with this movie. It's kind of like how SpongeBob does the same thing.
Doubloons! Don't drop them!
I mean, the Bee Movie is completely absurd. If you think about the premise, a bee sues humanity for using their honey, right? And falls in love with a human woman to the point where there's sexual innuendos between the two.
And he happens to be the nicest bee I've met in a long time.
Long time? What are you talking about? Are there other bugs in your life?
Now, if you ask me, that's pretty funny that DreamWorks allowed that, you know, for the movie to have those such things. But if you ask a certain group of people, which obviously I don't agree with them, they're not going to be too fucking happy about it. And I think exactly that's why the movie failed at first, is it was marketed to children. And then when you took your 5 to 6 year old to watch a movie like this, and then you see the the woman, Vanessa, being very sexual to Barry, a fucking bee, it throws them off a little bit. And besides that, this movie is so memeable today, and there's just so many quotes in this movie that you can just recite off the rip.
You like jazz? Oh, that bee is living my life!
Let it go, Kenny.
When will this nightmare end? Is that same bee? Yes, it is. Shut up, honey, because I believe you're about to end. These are winter boots. Why does his life have any less value than mine? Is that your statement?
That's where I usually sit. Right there.
Honey, I just can't seem to recall that! I've got issues! Well. A royal flush. For your information, I prefer sugar-free, artificial sweeteners made by man!
I'm gonna go drain the old stinger. Yeah, you do that.
I thought there was some kind of barrier between Ken and me. I couldn't overcome it.
And plus, if you really want to get into the weeds of, I mean, it is a DreamWorks film, and yes, it does have an absurd plot, but if you really want to get down into the meat and potatoes of this movie, it really does have a captivating premise. I mean, it covers forced labor, slavery, essentially, and working till you're fucking dead and working a dead-end job. It makes you see the change that Barry initiates, that sometimes it can be good, sometimes it can be bad. It also shows, even within its own absurd world, it shows the real-world consequences of removing bees from a food chain. It's cata-fucking-strophic. The reason why I think this movie has stayed so culturally significant is because the movie seems to grow up with its audience. Like, yes, it's also meant for children, But as you get older, you can keep rewatching it because there's like little hidden jokes, which sometimes that can be taken too far in like other forms of media, like SpongeBob.
Don't drop 'em.
And many other kids shows can have hidden humor in it that are meant for adults. An adult can be like, I got that joke, but maybe little Timmy here didn't get it. What's crazy to me is that when the meme culture and the internet started to really take off in the early 2000s, up until now, obviously, it's really stayed around. In the culture, in a meme culture of yesterday's a new trend, and today's a new trend, and then tomorrow is a new trend, and yesterday's meme is no longer funnier than today's meme, and vice versa, is that the B-movie has stayed quite literally alive through this culture, which is very, very rare. I mean, you had the fucking stupid shit like Uganda is the way.
Do you know the way?
You've had Shrek is life, and you've had like stuff like that. But the B-movie has stayed so culturally significant that it has survived meme culture, and everybody knows how brutal meme culture is. I mean, if you continue to recite 6-7 or stupid fucking shit like that, brain rot bullshit, it becomes less funnier the more and more you say it. But with the B-movie, for some reason it stayed so culturally bulletproof that it hasn't gone anywhere. And I would beg to differ that there's very few movies that have done that. Obviously there's more movies that have done that, but there's very few movies that you can quote on a daily basis within meme culture, and virtually everybody's gonna know what you're talking about. And I don't really want to get into like the moral ambiguity and like the deeper message of the B movie. That's not really the message that I want to portray on this video. I kind of want to get into meme culture with this video, particularly how a movie can stay culturally embedded and stay relevant with multiple decades of age behind it. I mean, next year the movie is going to be 20 fucking years old. If that makes you feel any older today, I'm sorry. Yes, you are now all if you were a little kid in 2007 watching B-movie, you're now thinking, holy shit, 20 years has rolled by? What? But like I said, it stayed culturally, not only culturally significant, meme culturally significant for nearly 2 decades. I mean, think back of how many movies that you watched as a child that are that memeable, that didn't have 30 seasons behind it, that didn't have multiple remakes. I mean, this movie is only one movie, and it hasn't had any sequels, no remakes, thankfully, and hopefully no remakes will happen. This movie has stayed so relevant that you can pretty much recite anything, and everybody will know what you're talking about. And if you really do want to get down to the deep message without getting really too far into it, there is a lot of, interesting things that they're trying to get across to their audience. There is a lot of deeply rooted messages in this movie that I believe people should probably pay attention to. I mean, it really it hammers home and tries to get across a message of systemic exploitation and the importance of collective labor. Framed as an absurd, bizarre comedy, it is completely and totally an allegory to modern capitalism. It really represents modern capitalist structures, hierarchies, and cultural independence. And upon graduation, the bees graduate from Honix and they go to a fucking job for life. This represents how modern corporations try to trap their workers in a forever cycle of you can never leave and you can never get a new job and you can never get higher pay. But you can also lean too far left, and just like when Barry Benson won his lawsuit and the bees lost their collective purpose and they lost their need to work, the system eventually collapsed and failed. And you need a healthy balance. So by consequence, just like in the real world, if the bees were to stop working, then the entire system of the, florals, the plants, and therefore the prey, and then therefore the predator, is all going to collapse. So that's really the message of the Bee Movie. Even though it's framed as a bizarre comedy, it does have some very meaningful messages hidden within it, and sprinkled in with some adult jokes too. Overall, if you're a young man or a young woman and you want to revisit this movie alone or with your kid or with your family. I do think that it's a pretty charming movie for at least 2007. I mean, there was a lot of fucking dog shit coming out at the time. Obviously not as shit as the new movies coming out today, but still shit of the time. But I would say B-Movie is among one of the most charming movies that DreamWorks has ever made. So you should give it a try. I'll stop yapping. See ya.
Oh, we're only just getting started.